names and then we'll get the show on the road.
I'm Leila Abubakari, I'm manager for external communications.
Right, and you are?
I'm Kwame Afarichiakon, one of the managers with billing.
Electricity Company of Ghana, what complaints have been coming to you lately? I know that you've been on the cash recovery drive, but what complaints have been coming to you? Kwame, let me begin with you.
We have varied complaints coming from, complaints everywhere, from customer requests, from billing issues, from meter issues, and they are different. All of them are different.
Leila?
But I guess the most is usually when the power goes off and you call the customer service center. But it's always very swift.
Why does that happen?
For various reasons. It's a network. It's physics. And so it's bound to be affected by certain elements. And so if your wire passes through certain environments, it would be a challenge for it to stay on all the time, because sometimes some trees are heavy on the wires, sometimes our networks are overloaded, sometimes our transformers burn, sometimes we are not able to reach the amount of load that is demanded by the customers. Sometimes it comes from the generators. It could be anything.
It could be anything at all. Now, the key complaints that people have usually is that, look, ECG doesn't have a toll-free number.
We do.
So you do have a toll-free number.
Yes,
you don't
toll-free.
have. You have 0302611611, but that's not a toll-free number.
No, it's not.
So I see something happening somewhere. I see an illegal connection. I have to call ECG. I spend my own money to call it. Then they ask me to hold on, and then they ask me to take this code and call back and find that and all of that.
But consider when we didn't have any number at all.
Well, is that not too stressful?
So it's gradual. And so we've had this request that they need a toll-free number, especially for people who probably in the middle of the night can't get credit or don't have access to enough credit. What would they do? And so we are looking at the customer service department is looking at bringing on a toll-free number very soon.
Kwame, this new Nuri meter and matters arising, it looks like people have issues with the meter. Either initially I thought that people didn't like the change. They still wanted to be in the post-paid business. So they finish using it. You come and chase them before you collect your money. Now they say buy ahead. And people buy and they still have complaints. Well, what's the issue with the new Nuri meter?
Is Nuri
Nuri is definitely not the only meter. We have different kinds of meters. So I won't say that the problem is with meter. The problem could be with the general customer service that we are improving every single day. So like I said, problems are different from each of the customers. So I need to know specifics.
So for example, I buy credit. Then the next day my credit is wiped off. I go to the office, they tell me I'm in the negative. How?
Yes. So what customers should know is that with prepayment, billing is done in the meter. So your duty is to load money in your meter. As you use power, then it is drawn from that money. Now, I always tell those who are close to me, put the money in the meter, don't use electricity, and check yourself. In the next 2-3 months, you still come back and find the money in there. So there's no way the money will vanish from the meter if you have not used electricity. What customers should know is that electricity tariff that we use, the tariff for billing, it's a graduated tariff. We have different tariff bands. So it depends on when you move from one band to another. Remember, you pay more as you use more. So monies don't get vanished from meters. You don't vanish from meters.
Let's activate the phone lines. I want to do this with the audience and my listeners. This is 3FM Community
Johnny,
Connect on 3FM 92.7. My name is Johnny Hughes. 0592928795 and 0208227290. 0592928795 and 0208227290. You share with me what your own concerns have been about the Electricity Company of Ghana. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and location, please.
Lai Obe calling from Labadi.
Lai, talk to me. What's your concern?
Johnny, me.
Yes, sir.
The man said actually you can buy prepaid prison for for 1 month, and also if you come still it to be there. But also,
and that is if you don't use the power.
If you don't use the power,
that's right.
I bought prepaid last December. We traveled. We offer everything as we come. ECG 5 this year, no.
Oh,
yes, I made 5 years. Me, I be a cow. Many new people that come in new taxation, blah blah. No.
So your question is that you bought credit, you left it on your meter, you traveled out. Yes. When you got back, 5 cedis had been deducted from it. When you asked, they told you that there's a new tariff and all of that. That's your concern. Okay, I thank you very much. Okay, we'll note it. And you can also call us 0592928795 and 0208227290. Kwame, why did that happen? Does that happen at all? First of all.
Okay, so with the tariff, we have different kinds of tariff in our metering system. We have what we call service charge. Service charge is payable whether you use electricity or not. Okay, we have some of the meters having the service charge in the meter. We have some of them, the service charge takes place outside the meter.
Okay,
but let me say that ECG is standardizing so that we don't have some of them taking place
and outside.
Outside. So, for instance, you put the money in there and you travel 2 months, and then you bought 50 cedis. Service charge for non-residential customers are different from residential customers.
Right.
So, if you don't use electricity at all, and the service charge is the type that is in the meter, the only thing that will be drawing from their money is the service charge. Okay. But in terms of energy charge, zero.
And the service charge is how much?
3% of
3%.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, it's zero. Okay. So usually it depends on how much.
Okay, you need to use the microphone for me.
So service charge is we have the what we call the lifeline consumers,
right?
And then we have the non-lifeline consumers. Okay. So lifeline consumers will pay. Let me check.
So this one is calculated based on the amount of energy that you've bought.
Yeah, service charge is actually like I said, it's supposed to be. I don't have the figure.
Okay, you figure it out. Let's speak with Papa Bisu. Papa, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. What today?
Oh, you will now answer.
Boko, greetings to all of your nice guys.
Right.
A quick one. There is this problem that people are experiencing. I did experience it on the 31st of December. It seems as if when it's getting to the last day of the month, they will do some series of what they call it light off. That's the Electricity Corporation of Ghana. And the unit that you have on it just overmoves. Let me be frank with you. I bought a credit on the 25th of December. 2022, and then that credit should have lasted me for at least, if not at least 3 weeks, from 25th to 31st of December. You know that due to that series of light, 60 cities that I bought just went off just like that, vamoose, just like that.
And which area is this?
Around the Amasama. No, I don't want to, but Amasama area.
Okay, all right. Okay, I will ask them for you. Thank you so much. King.
Johnny, yes, Precious.
Precious, talk to me.
Johnny, I have many questions to ask them.
Okay, ask one today. Today you ask one, then the next time you can ask the others.
They are, whether they are government or they are private, that is the first question.
Okay.
Because if they are government, the Junso way came before. What did they talk about? Say this Junso, maybe this one funding, because this one tell the MPP and NDC, somebody say they solve the problem. You see, they are the electricity company.
Don't explain the question. Ask the question so they can answer the question.
All the questions that I'm doing.
No, you are explaining the question. We don't have too much time. Others do need to come and ask.
I beg you, take patience for me. The question I'm asking them that are they civilians or they are for government? And if they are for government, what is causing them or what is bringing us problem where they can't solve our electric problem for us where CTC cannot certify and they too cannot live or get money from prosper inside.
Okay.
You see,
Thank
because
you. Thank you very much indeed. Your point, I'm sure, is well made. 0592928795 and 0208227290. 0592928795 and 0208227290. Kwame.
Yeah.
The vanishing credits. A series of light off. Before you know it, free credit.
Okay, so we were talking about the service charge.
Right.
Like I said, Lifeline consumers are the consumers who consume less or equal to 30 kilowatts in a month. They will pay 2 cedis, 13 pesos every month.
Okay.
So if you consume 0 units, you pay 2 cedis, 13 pesos. If you consume anything more than 31 or more than 30 kilowatts,
Okay.
you pay 10 cedis, 73 pesos.
Okay.
So if somebody says, I did not use lights, maybe you let it travel, your fridge is on.
So you say the deduction is service charge.
Service
Great.
charge.
Okay. Thank you. Now answer. Why does the credits vanish?
Like I said, credits don't vanish.
Okay.
You know, we have prepaid meters that, for instance, if you have leakages in your house, you might think you are not using electricity, but the leakages are drawing power, so it
Okay.
will be running through your meter.
How does electricity leak?
Oh, when you have
It's not water.
when you have bad earthing, when
Okay.
you have wrong wiring in your house, it goes to affect you. It
Okay.
affects you big time.
I see.
And there could also
Yes.
also be one reason. Some of the meters might go offline, and then when they reconnect, it draws. So you're using a prepaid meter. It's giving you the electricity, all right.
Right.
It's not calculating it in the meter because it's offline, because it has something like a SIM card. And so
Right.
if there's no
Right.
network, it will still give you the electricity, but the moment the connection is back, then it deducts.
I see.
Based on the tariff where you are.
Okay.
So,
Are you government or private? Why you can't solve all our problems? Precious was going round and round and
Yes,
round
yes,
about the
yes.
same thing.
Yes, we're solving the problems.
Okay.
We're
Are you
solving the problems.
government or private?
We're government.
You're government. Okay.
100%,
Thank you.
yeah.
Lincoln, good morning.
Good morning
Yes,
to
sir.
all of you out there.
Right. Talk to me.
Have they confirmed that they are from government? They work with government.
They are a government institution.
Are
Please
they
make-
from ECG?
Yes, they are from ECG.
So they are ECG staff.
That is what you heard.
Yes. I will start by saying that this recently they went around looking for illegal connection, and they are able to retrieve a lot of money. But I want to assure them 90% of the illegal connections across the country were done by their own ECG staff to household and industries.
Okay. What's the question,
So,
please?
come again.
What's the question, please?
You give me time.
No, we don't have too much time, Lincoln. I beg you.
Yes.
We need to get a lot of people to ask questions so they can answer. So go straight to the
so
point.
my last question is, why is it that when you have a meter given by ECG, and then later they will come and tell you are owing on the prepaid meter, they should explain to us.
Okay, thank you very much.
Finally, let me say this. It's very, very important. Some of their staff have contributed to the money ECG or Gridco VRA is not getting to make sure we have reliable power in our homes. So the criminals are with them, with the ECG.
Thank you very much. Your point is well. No, you're repeating yourself. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Kofi. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Talk to me, Kofi.
Okay.
Yes.
My issue is with the prepaid meters. Every month I've been buying. There was this month I went to buy. The following month when I'm going to recharge, I bought the credit all right. I brought it to the house, swiped the card on the status of the meter, and then the power did not come. So I thought the guy who sold the credit did not load the card. I went back then. I was told that I was having a debt of 1,118 on a card.
Okay.
So there's nothing can be done about it unless I pay that debt or I go to the main office The prepaid, how can that debt be accumulated on the meter?
All right.
Every month I've been buying.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kofi. Let's begin with Kofi's question. Kofi says he's been buying credit. He has his receipts. All of a sudden, he goes to buy from a private vendor. They tell him he owes, and he has to go. I mean, it's happened to me before. They say you have to go to a vendor, go and do card, black, plenty chaotic situation. Why does it happen like that?
Again, if you have a prepaid meter, and like we just explained,
you need to speak up for me.
If you have a prepaid meter and your meter happens to be offline, and you go into, let me use the word quote unquote postpaid mode.
Okay.
You are using electricity, but the rate that we are charging may be lower.
Oh, but I don't get you, Kwame. So hold on for me.
Yeah.
So I on a monthly basis I consume, let's say, 200 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
I don't know, within that same month my meter goes offline and suddenly I owe 1,000 and I've not changed my appliances. No, that's what he's saying. That he went to buy credit, the credit did not reflect. He goes back and then he thought that the thing was a mistake, and then the guy tells him that you owe 1,000 cedis. How?
Yeah, I don't think it's sudden.
No,
it's not sudden. It's an accumulation of the inefficiency of the meter.
Okay.
We have several meters in the system which we are trying to regularize now.
Right.
We have a new program that we've just rolled out, and so in the near future we should have meters that act the same way. Right now we have some of the meters.
So you are visiting your inefficiency on the customers. Is that it?
No. This is something
but
that
you
has
brought
happened.
the meter. The meter is your property, correct?
Understood. But we have to deal with the issue. We found the solution. We're using new meters now that agree with our meter management system, which we can operate remotely, which we can solve and act the same. Previously, other meters have come into the system where they do not particularly conform to the system that we're operating now. And one of the meters is such as what this gentleman has complained about. Unfortunately, these meters have been given out already. It has to get to the point where we'll change them and then it will act normally.
But
this meter that I understand, and we are really sorry about that. The thing is that the meter operates as prepaid, and then when it goes offline, it starts to behave like a postpaid.
Okay.
And then when you come back online, it credits or then debits your account. And sometimes when you take it, it acts as if you are owing.
But sometimes the amounts are outrageous.
That's why I said it's a compilation. It couldn't have been at an instant.
Can I ask this, Uriah? I'll come to you shortly. Can I ask this? So, if my meter goes offline, and then it comes back online, do I get the charges immediately, or it takes time up until the next billing cycle before I get it? So,
this is what we are experiencing now. That it sometimes would reflect, if you have money on the meter, it would deduct, and so someone will experience it as, I bought credit and it didn't last, or I have been using and it didn't. Someone who will take it to the vendor to buy, and they'll tell you have
so much
something on your card that you need to pay us back on. So it's just a matter of regularizing our meters, and we are trying to address that with our
Uriah, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Johnny. How
yes, sir. I'm fine. Talk to me.
All right, Johnny, two things quickly. If I'm living on a prepaid life and I've not recharged my life, I'm supposed to be there until I've bought a new life. But each time I ask this question, they try to answer it. I don't know if it's in a smart way, because I was working for someone at a site and the prepaid got finished. I went to buy in the next 3 days. When I put it on, it ran down, and when I went back to the vendor, like the other guy said, I was told that even in the absence when I was not having life, I was running life.
Hey.
I'm praying that one of the officers will be bold to tell us that it's a system failure, or because sometimes we contribute to what the people do, the illegality of the people. Sometimes we contribute to it because the meter was off. No power was in there, so it's supposed to be 0. When I buy 100, it's supposed to be 100. But the guy who came to the
they've explained, Uriah, they've explained that there's always a service charge. So depending on which category of consumer you are, whether you're a lifeline consumer or be,
it looks as if the person is paying, more than necessary.
Okay, I hear you.
And secondly,
quickly,
most meters are installed in somebody's house. Especially where my dad lives in Session. Now we are trying to fence the house. And you have about 8 meters installed on my dad's wall. I don't know whose idea was it.
Okay, to bring the meters outside.
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody's house is somewhere, and their meters are on my dad's wall. I mean, not the fence wall, but the main building wall.
Okay.
About 8 of them.
I hear
So
you.
in case there's, let's say, fire, even outbreak, that is from the fault of the meter. The house is somewhere, but my dad's house will be on fire.
Okay, I hear you.
I don't know who is intelligent.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's get some answers here. Then you can also call us 0592928795 and 0208227290. Let's begin with the installation of these meters. I see most of the meters outside there. He says now on this occasion this has been put on his father's wall in Teshi.
This is a bit odd.
Yeah.
It's a bit odd. Usually we have our own poles and our facilities. If we can't put it on your wall with your own permission, we put them on the pole. And so if they're on someone's wall, it probably wasn't done by an ECG staff.
Okay.
Otherwise, they might have gotten, they should have gotten permission from the owner of the house
To do that. Okay. Illegal connection. They say you are your own enemies. Your own people are the ones who come to do these
Allegedly.
things. Well, that's what they are saying.
Yes.
Your own people.
Well, where's the proof? So what we are saying right now is, if there's an issue and if it has
Can
been,
private people climb your poles?
and if an ECG staff has been the one assisting you to do what you're doing, we're asking you, click your moral conscience, come and report to us.
I'm asking you, can an individual electrician climb those poles?
I've seen an individual electrician.
They're able to climb them without your training.
Oh, of course.
Wow.
Yes. Some people, people scale higher walls. And so some of these things are easy for people. I mean, we were in Pambros recently, and we have tried so many times to make the meter evasive. But every time we do, there's always an ingenuity to get into the meter or the lines.
Okay. Good morning.
Okay, yeah, good.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. What's your name and location?
My name is Nana Kwesi. I'm calling from Santa Maria.
Talk to me. What's your problem?
Okay, so my issue is that with the prepaid, sometimes, let's say, if it's about 2 days to the end of the month, and I buy power, 50 CDs, the moment is the last day of the month, I will lose everything. And it's been going on like that.
I see.
When even if you buy 100 CDs and it's some few days to the month, the moment the month ends, they take all that you have bought.
I see.
Meanwhile, sometimes you buy on a normal day, if you buy at the beginning of the month, like 100 CDs, it can take you for the month. But if it is 3 days to the end of the month and you buy, you lose everything when it's the end of the month.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Kwame.
Okay, so I would like our customers to realize that our meters reset at the beginning of every month. So from first day of every month, the system is calculating 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt. So you are in the lowest category. The moment you go beyond the first 300 units, you have gone into another category that charges higher than before. So at the beginning of the month, yes, it looks like that. We all go through it. So I just want to let my customer know that it is based on your consumption, and nobody will take your money away. Yeah.
I see. So if what this explains is that, let's say I have 100 CDs.
Yes.
2 days to the month, or the month begins, it recalibrates.
Okay.
And then my 100 CDs, I can't find my 100 CDs. Does my 100 CDs come back into my account so that you start deducting when the month begins?
No.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if a kilowatt hour for the first 300 CDs is, let's say, 1 CD 15 pesos, okay, you are within the 300 category.
Right.
By the middle, towards the end of the month, you've gone out of the 300 category. You've gone into 600 category. And this time around, a kilowatt is, let's say, 1 CD 30 pesos. You're obviously paying more for the next bracket than before.
Okay.
So 100 CDs at the beginning of the month gives you a longer period.
Right.
But when you go beyond the first 300 threshold, then you go into a category that is higher.
Okay.
So you tend to spend more.
Okay.
That's about it. No, money don't get vanished just
Money
like
doesn't vanish. I hear you. Listen to some of our customers. Shall I say our listeners, not our customers. They have customers. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, I would say ECG is cheating me personally in a way, because the lights, when you buy it within a short period, the lights gets finished. And then when it gets to the end of month, they deduct some of the lights from, I don't know, it's I don't know the amounts they're deducting, but it's a lot. You can have as much as by end of month. NASA, like you have like 10 cities as at the last day of the month. Because over to the next month now and you're deducting, it's finished. Then they cheat you.
The prepaid is very difficult for now. If you buy prepaid 100 Ghana, it's dollars. The card is finished, so you have to go and back to buy something again. By this time, the prepaid is very hard, so you have to tell the Ghana people that. So that ECG people is the politician people to calm down because it's very difficult with the community.
To me, it's not okay for me because I can't be spending 120 a week on ECG because how much do I get at the end of the month? 120 for a week is very, very bad. They have to do something about it.
Okay, so concerning the ECG buying, I would say you go there, you buy it. It doesn't take as you wish. Sometimes it sometimes goes. Sometimes that don't go. So how we go do them? That's what the country has become, and we have no one to complain to. So we are cool with that. Whether you like it or yes, that's what you have to. So we are cool with that.
Me in particular, with where I live, it's not that expensive because precisely with the kind of work I do, I'm always not at home. So the little I buy, I manage it for barely like a month, and it's okay with me. But I feel those who are complaining, buying the prepaid, you need to check your consumption and then know how much you buy at a go. You don't just go buying because you want to buy, then you buy like 50 cedis, and you know your consumption is more than that. So just buy.
Know your level. Well, we put out a poll on our handle 3FM927. How much do you spend on electricity monthly? Vote, retweet, and comment. That's what we said. Well, 7% said 50 Ghana cedis, 20% said 100 Ghana cedis, 48% said 200 Ghana cedis, 24% said 1,000 Ghana cedis.
What's the sample size?
What is your power? Why is your power so expensive? It's about 300 or so. Why is your power so expensive? Because that's a concern. People say actually much more.
I think we should get the gentleman who spoke last to actually work with us because he understands. He really eloquently puts everything out there. You should know your consumption, and then you should be able to use according to your pocket. Unfortunately, generation of power is getting more and more expensive, and we buy the power in dollar. If you know the rate today, paying back after we've collected in CD, we're already running at a loss. The second thing is the tariffs. A lot of people who are using equipment that are not the best. They draw a lot of power. You might think you're using just a bulb and a fan, but maybe the bulb and fan you're using is consuming more than someone who is using maybe another type of thing. And people use a lot of air conditions nowadays, and it draws a lot of power. So someone saying 50 cedis a month is quite shocking, especially in an urban area like Accra.
It has just a fan and one bulb.
That's what I'm trying to say. And so after paying your service charge, paying your street light levy and all these other things on your electricity, it's
street light levy. Good, you brought that up. The street lights.
We cannot answer anything to do with levies. It's finance.
But they are taking the money from us through you.
We pay them. Yes.
Yeah, through you.
Yes.
You should be equally worried.
What's the problem?
They are taking street light levy 1% or so, right?
Yeah.
From us.
Yeah.
Through you.
Yes.
To the finance ministry.
Yes.
And you say you can't answer.
No.
You should then ask them.
No.
Yes. Because ECG is providing energy to light it.
Yes.
We don't provide the bulb.
I didn't say you
and the
provided.
infrastructure.
Have you been concerned that when people don't see the lights on the streets,
I am worried.
They ask questions because you drive at night, road markings no day, street lights no day, traffic lights.
So at this point, we are all Ghanaians saying the same thing because we live in areas where are not properly lit up. But I do know that there are certain efforts that the Ministry of Energy is putting in place to sort of address this particular issue. It should be something that our assembly should take up, because everywhere else you go is the assembly's duty to make sure that the streets are safe with electricity. I mean, we do our part by giving the amounts of money that we collect to Ministry of Finance.
Unfailingly.
Unfailingly.
Wow.
I mean, it goes out before it comes into our account. You know that thing.
Thank you very much, guys, for coming. We're grateful. Your closing thoughts, Kwame. Let me begin with you.
Well, I like the last gentleman said. I think that electricity bills depends on what you use. I mean, I have always had a notion that if I don't use electricity, I probably will pay service charge. And in a month that I don't stay at home, I pay 2 cedis, 13 pesos.
And you're barely at home.
Yes. But if I stay and use it, apart from paying for electricity, I'm paying 10 cedis, 73 pesos for service charge alone. So I would say that people should look at the kind of gadgets they buy. They should look at the consumption rate. These days, there are a lot of gadgets on the market that you think you are buying it cheaply, but you are ending up paying more electricity. So we should check what we use.
Kikibo.
Yeah. Johnny, thank you so much for having us, because we use some of these platforms to sort of explain and make things more clear to our customers. So we're very grateful to you for giving us the opportunity. But we'd also want our customers to know that as a service provider that we're trying to improve day in, day out. I mean, one of your concerns of our toll-free numbers is something that we are working on, and very soon we'll be announcing to them some of the things that we are doing to make our service more efficient. Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Two guests from the Electricity Company of Ghana, Leila Abubakari, Manager External Communication for ECG, and Kwame Afari Chieku is a Manager Billing for ECG. Thank you very much indeed. It's been a prompt, pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege to have come your way Monday through Friday, 5:55 a.m. to 10. It's a Sunrise Morning Show. We'll be up again next week. Black Rasta is up next with the Urban Blend Show Otororo. Right after that, it will be AJ Sapon Giovanni, and then right after that, Alfredo Kanse on Hot Edition, and then Akofa, and then Crystal Kwame Ai, and the rest of the team. Oh, Radio Swire the day there. Right now, dear, Software Diani. Represent. Oh, Father Prempe. Hey, Father Prepe. My God. DJ Abiam, thank you so much. 62s, thank you. Sorba, thank you. Janet Mamia, Seth Agbaiza, Solution, Franklin Oklu, the great Roland Walker of present memory. Yeah. Grace Hamwa Prempe, aka or Software Diani. My God. Charlie, Software Trafasti man, I know a Trafasti man. My God, what are you talking to me about? My name is Johnny Hughes. Happy birthday to my son, my dearly beloved son, Ivan Beresford Parkwesi Obrimpong Hughes. Today is your birthday. I love you to bits. And I pray that you grow and become great and strong. I love you. Daddy loves you. Happy birthday, my son.